Hey folks, Kyle here. Just want to take a few minutes to go over some of the functions and operation of this video baby monitor system. So let's go over the camera first. Fairly simple design. It has LED infrared lights on the front for nighttime viewing. Just back and forth fairly easily. It's got two little microphone holes in the front. From the back you'll find a speaker. You'll find the little pairing tab there for pairing with the monitor, which I did not have to do. And also this little dongle is for temperature sensor. So it will tell you the temperature of where the camera is located. And on the bottom it's two little mounting recesses in case you want to mount it on a hard surface or on a wall. The monitor itself, it is wired or I said powered or battery powered. So you can have it plugged in or just have it running off the battery. All the main function keys are found on the front. This row here, which we'll go over in just a little bit. And then on the back, you're going to find your little kickstand, and you've got your speaker on the side. So let's get these plugged in, hooked up, and I'll show you some of the functions of the system. Okay, I now have the camera upstairs, and it is plugged in. It needs to be plugged in because it has no internal battery. It's pointing at a television. And it automatically paired with this monitor when I put power to both, so there's no extra steps. So it's plugged in, monitor's on. Hit the bottom of this toggle button. You'll see that there's two toggle buttons on here. You want to make sure that you press the right end, and I'll show you in just a minute. So immediately picture pops up. That's just the movie I have running in the background, and you can see got pretty good signal strength. Again, large house, and it's picking up just fine, so I don't think you'll have an issue with using this throughout your house and losing signal. Also, this monitor, it has an internal battery, so it can be unplugged and works just fine. So that's kind of nice. You can carry it around with you throughout the house and not have to be worried about being tethered to a AC outlet. So looking along the top, what you can see is the first thing we just talked about. It's got full signal strength, even though the camera is quite a ways away. There's one camera hooked up to it. I guess you can buy additional cameras. There's no music playing, so there's no lullaby playing for the baby. Speaker's on. Temperature is 70 degrees at the camera. It's 501, and charge status is 2. So let's go over some of the buttons on this. Again, on, off, or if it's in a menu, this little return symbol is going to get you to the previous screen. So some of the things looking: speaker, adjusting volume control on this. And you'll see the arrow up down buttons right there. That'll take you to one of the main screens where we'll get to that in just a second. Brightness is there. And then you have a speaker that you can press this, or I should say a microphone. You can press this, and the person at the other end, or the baby at the other end of the speaker, will be able to hear your voice. So at the main screen, we can push the very bottom of this toggle button, and you'll see some icons come up on the bottom. So first one's got a little dot above it. If you hit that again, it's going to give you some options. So baby feeder reminders. So using your arrow buttons. We don't want to use that right now, so we're just going to choose off and hit that again. Now, if we could have done the return, and that would just taken us out of the screen. So we're going to hit that. Well, actually, we're going to use this arrow. Go to the next. We're going to select it. And that's some of the lullabies that are available to play through the camera. So you can just select individual lullabies. I won't go through each one, but right now if you were listening to the camera itself, you would hear lullaby playing. So we're going to go back into that. We're going to go down. We're going to turn off. We're going to go to the next one. Hit. And that's just setting up your time. Do the return button. Next is going to be temperature. We're at Fahrenheit. Return. Next. If you had multiple cameras, this is where you would set up or delete cameras, but we only have one, so we're not going to worry about that. Vox, VOX, that's going to be the sensitivity that it's being relayed from the camera. So in off, it's going to, let's get back to that. Go back down. If you hesitate too long, you got to just start back over. So go back to that. So on high, this is going to set the alarm on the monitor itself. So it's going to pick up low noises, and it's a high setting. If you set, we lost it again, so come back. You got to make decisions quickly. If we go to the low settings, it's going to be less sensitive, and if we go to off, it's just going to select off, and it's not going to act as an alarm. Now, in any of those Vox settings other than off, if you've got that set and the sensitivity is where you want it, when the camera hears a noise, it sets it off. It's going to, even if this monitor's off, it's going to turn the monitor on, and it's going to give you a little alarm letting you know that it's hearing some noise. So let's get back in there. Again, we're hitting the menu selection. We're going down. We got TX. TX is basically just volume control for the camera. We could get out of it that way. Hit it again. We got battery. Battery, you got your choice of 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, or off. And what that is, if you've got selected 30 seconds, without touching the monitor after 30 seconds, it's just going to turn the actual monitor off to save battery life. And also, even though the battery, the screen is turned off, if the monitor and camera detect noise, it's going to give you either the alarm or it's going to turn the monitor on, so you'll be able to see what's going on. And even if it's off, if the screen is turned off, you just press the bottom button and you can turn it back on. So I believe we've gone through most of the menu. TX, battery, and that's it. Go back. We're back at the main screen. And what else do we want to do? I think that is about all. If I turn the volume up on this a little bit, you could hear the television playing in the background. But again, it's pretty sensitive. I think it's got a lot of functions, and for the price, it's a heck of a deal. So anyway, I hope that answered a few questions. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.